Alright, so I've just started with a wooden round and I've taped it off. And it's been, the surface was layers of gesso underneath, white gesso. And then I put lots of different paints, so I used the Maya blue and rose and some other acrylic paints. And I splashed them on so they're kind of wet and sort of a sloppy surface. And then I put some Glad wrap over the top of it and I let it dry overnight and pulled it off, and that's how you get that lovely texture there. So you get that lovely veining and folding. And then I put, when that was dry, put a layer of resin, and I put a bit of the Cosmic Blue, the Lorez Cosmic Blue there, and I just pushed it in with the heat gun and pushed it all over it, and that's cured. And now I'm going to sand it just a little bit, so I've got somewhere I can sand it. So I'm just going to sand it just to give a bit of a tooth to make sure the paint doesn't, it will scratch into that silver. I've got a bit of a silver there that I blew over the top. So I'm just sanding it just a little bit so I don't get any resistance. You could also spray this with a semi-gloss or a gloss spray, but I think that would be enough.
Love the way you wipe it on your shirt though. I do that. I do the same thing.
Is that the bronze?
Yeah, the bronze.
That's really pretty. Have you used the bronze yet?
No, this is nice. And I presume it will
Let me have a look at that. A little closer. Nice.
Available on Laura's Art Corner.
And this one too. The cream. So I'm going to mix them
Look at that.
together on there.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Mm.
You can always eat it.
Right. I know, it looks yummy.
Isn't it? So I'm just going to put some up here.
Maybe I will just stand and watch.
Now that gold it's beautiful. It's actually coming, maybe if I go a little bit closer it would show the actual true colour of it. It's not as bright as that. It's more natural looking.
So I've made these stencils. This is Yupo paper.
Yupo.
Yupo paper. Now you don't. You actually don't have to use any special paper. You can just use paper.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be anything special. It's just that this is a plasticky surface, and you actually could wipe it off and reuse it again. Whereas a paper stencil will be a one use only. So this is any sort of stenciling is a way of reproducing.
Right.
So it means you could do multiple objects at once, which I'm going to do. Now,
So you were saying you got a cutting mat and then you
Yes.
place it on top and then cut it on
Yep.
that?
Yeah, I have a cutting mat, and I did a little bit of sketching, but after a while I just cut freehand. I just got my directions with the pencil, the directions and the circle that I wanted to remove.
Cutting freehand, that's pretty
with
cool.
him. And then I used a scalpel, very sharp scalpel, so be careful with the scalpel.
Yep, safety first.
You can do some nasty cuts with this
Yep.
scalpel,
No, we don't want that.
which I have done. And I'm just using a bit of double-sided tape just to keep it still so it doesn't pull up.
Right, that's a good idea. We don't want. So how do you stop it? How do you stop the paint or the paste in this instance from sort of leaking underneath? I know you got the tape there, but
Well, it's just by dabbing.
right.
Just by dabbing. Well, we'll see.
Just,
This is an
just.
extra.
But
Yeah,
so you
this
have
is-
a lighter kind of light. You do it lightly.
Yeah,
the
light.
dabbing. Yeah,
A light touch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's what
And the
works.
gold is thicker than the paint, so I think the gold will not be a problem whatsoever.
No, it's the thicker one that might be.
Oh, I was thinking the thinner.
Um,
Like, the thinner would
Oh,
be
yeah,
good with
maybe,
your
yeah.
sponge.
yes.
And I think the other one would be good.
Yep. So I'm just lining it up with the circle. Oops, I didn't do that right. Oh, it's going to stick. It's just enough to hold it there.
Nice.
Like that.
That's perfect.
And then, now, the logic of the application of the tones. See, I see those two. There's a tone that's a dark tone, that's a light
That
tone.
need to come off right there.
Oh, sorry. It's a light and a dark tone. So, to create a sense of depth, and as this was inspired by a photo that I took, and you can see the dark tone here, and it's getting lighter here. So I'm going to try and reproduce that tonal change.
You're right.
It kind of matches her shirt too.
I know. It does actually.
So with the dark tone, I'm just going to dab it.
Silence. Do you lift and check at all, or do you have
you
to
You can.
just to be
See
sure to
it
be
coming
sure?
out. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's
The more
lovely.
you lift it up, you might smudge it though.
Yeah.
And just
Oh wow. Okay.
this one might be easier. Try. Yes.
Or your sponge.
Or the sponge. Yeah, it might be.
I think you can dab better with them.
Yeah, that's better. That's much quicker.
Can you hold that? You might have something.
That's better. Sponging it is better. It's much quicker. To take too long with the brush.
Would any of these
Oh,
be
that
of
might work
use
too.
to you?
Oh,
They're
right,
really
yeah.
soft.
Yeah, that's cool actually. That'd be good. No, she like the
Yeah, maybe it's too
puts more.
soft.
It puts more on it. It's that
Texture.
variation
Mm-hmm.
is what creates realism. If it's too regular, well, this pattern is regular, so it's not exactly realistic. But variation is important in an artwork. Variation of sizes and tone, so it doesn't look too mechanical.
Go on, what
How's
are
it
we
looking?
doing?
Does it look okay underneath?
Yeah, that's good.
So we've got another
Yeah.
different colour paste. We've got the white one now.
Yeah.
Pharaoh. So this is the first time that you're using these pastes?
Yes.
Don't forget these are here too, honey.
I've used the Viva metallic colours before,
Right.
like this one before, which I love these. These are Mayo Golds, are beautiful. But I haven't used these pastes before and they're lovely. Really nice. I'm just tossing up whether to go to another colour. Maybe.
Oh.
I'm mixing these two
Ooh.
together. This is because I want a lot of tone.
She likes to mix her colors,
Yep.
right? It's
Me
unique.
too. That's the best way. Wow, look it toned it down.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Yeah, it made it more opaque. You're very brave. Well, very, very clever. I watch you do this on your videos, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'd be too scared to do it like that.
Well,
But it just works
gotta
out.
take a chance. You know, I have a lot of disasters. I have a lot of things that don't
But
work.
I suppose that's how you learn.
Yeah, I
That's
just want to see
brilliant.
what that looks like. Okay, oh, that's right. Still think it should go up to the gold. I like this.
Because that gold and the green
Yeah,
and the blue, sorry, the blue kind of turns into a bit of a green,
yeah.
which is quite natural.
Well, sort of yellow and blue work well together.
Yes.
Well, it's almost like an orange. Actually, that's a complementary.
Mm.
It's an orange and blue. So, you know, like if I always say that if it looks okay, like that,
Yeah.
it's going to look okay when you take it off.
It'll look brilliant underneath it.
Well, I don't know about brilliant, but it'll look okay. So I'll just take that off carefully.
Oh wow! Look at
Look at
that. That's
that.
just sitting on that resin.
Like magic.
So it's just sitting there.
Just
And you can
very
use this, if you
careful.
take this off carefully, you can use this again.
Wipe it off right now.
And you can wipe it off.
I'll do that.
Just put it under the water and wash it off. It doesn't matter if it doesn't all come off.
Oh wow, that is
Yeah, you can
lovely.
just water. Just wash whatever's sitting on top. You don't know.
Like in the sink.
Yeah, and just.
Because that's
Whatever's
the
any lumpy
the
things in
Yupo paper or Yupo, whatever you call it.
Because I've never seen you go this thin.
So if you don't like something, this is the time to get it off.
Oh, I didn't catch that. You
Oh,
better
no.
do it again.
Okay. So if you don't like something, this is the time to get it off. Well, it's still wet.
Yep.
Okay, I don't like that.
I do that all the time.
So if I
I'm glad
don't
you
like
do
that,
too.
Um,
That's brilliant. Look at that.
so I'm just checking. See that looks good there. I wish I'd done a bit more of that. A bit more of the
Yeah.
lighter colour.
Are you gonna touch it up with a brush or
Well,
not?
you could. I actually could go back in there and with a brush, and I probably will, and
Yeah.
pick up.
I
pick
know.
up
I
those
know
things.
you will.
Yep, later, and go over that and pick up those white highlights. It just needs a little
I
bit
just
of
want to zoom
highlight.
in that area there. Because the depth already, and I can just imagine what it's going to look like
Mm. And I
when
have
it's done.
another stencil for over the other side.
All right.
I mean, it looks quite nice just like that. But I had intended to do these is like little tree branches.
Right, and
This
that's gonna
is
sit like that?
reflection, and I was thinking of doing that.
Nice.
But it might be a little bit too much, so I might just do it less of it.
Yep, bring it down a bit.
Yeah, just so when that's dry, I can do that bit. So just take those bits of tape off. But you know, you don't have to do another layer of resin unless you wanted to use this as a placemat or something. You would.
Mhm.
But if you want to keep that sort of texture, then you just spray it with a gloss spray.
Lovely.
And
Just to seal it in.
just to seal it,
Yeah.
because it is just sitting on top of the resin.
Yeah.
Even though I sanded the surface, it's still just sitting there.
Right.
So just a gloss over the top of it, and you know
That's
that
lovely.
could be an artwork.
That is lovely, and it was so quick. Like I thought
Yeah.
it was going to take you. And like those blues, they're just popping out of the side there. And
Well, I was sort of trying to harmonise, so I'm putting
yes.
some of the colours that are in the background in the foreground, and so there's a sense, and that darkness keeps your eye,
Mm.
pulls your eye into the centre of the composition.
It does.
Mm. So when that's dry, we'll put I'll do that bit on the top.
Cool.
So now we
We're on.
Okay, this is dry, this layer, and this is another stencil that I made, and this is like reflection of trees,
Nice.
and this is kind of meant to be like a pool of water. So now I'm going to use some of the bronze, I think. So it's quite light up there, so I think the bronze going up to the gold again. Maybe a bit of white on there. No, that was it. Another gold. I'm just going in the direction so that I don't flick across, otherwise it'll pick it up.
Cool. So you're going along.
Along it,
Yeah. Okay.
so it doesn't flick.
That's a good tip.
You can buy stencils yourself online. Do you have stencils,
I
Rob?
do have a few, yeah.
I know there are places where you can download them for free, and some
Yeah,
you can
you can
pay
do it.
for. It depends.
Or you can just actually, if something you like, a picture that you've
Yeah.
got, you can print it out on the computer.
Mhm.
It's just like a photograph, and, you know, say of a flower, and you could cut out some shapes inside
Right.
the flower on the photograph and use that as your stencil.
Nice.
So I've done that before.
Yeah, I used to use that transfer paper
Hmm.
for a lot of, picking up things from old calendars and things like that I like. Easy to copy. Okay, checking underneath of that.
Yeah, back in my airbrushing days, they didn't have Yupo paper.
No, we used to use
Magical. It's Yupo.
acetate.
Or Yupo. It's magical paper.
I remember using acetate and Frisket.
Ah,
Yes.
You can still get Frisket and acetate.
Yep.
You can still get it.
wow, that's lovely.
Which blue is that? Is that just the plain blue?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah, kind of.
It's got a bit of a shimmer to it.
green to it.
Well, that's because it's mixing with the gold.
Mm-hmm.
That gold. Oh, probably right with it.
Makes it look a little teal.
Oh, look at that. Just mix a bit of white with that gold. That's the gold, is it?
Yeah,
Almost looks like
Yes.
champagne.
that's dark there.
I like that color.
The tips.
I'll use that as a sand. It's gorgeous.
Yes. Very good. Is that dark? Yeah, it's dark over here.
And that's also a good thing to lift and just
Check.
kind of gives you a bit of a visual as well.
Well, it helps you to feel like you're going the right way. It
Yes.
sort of gives you confidence. Oh yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Keep
Thank
going.
God.
Thank God. Thank God it's okay.
It's lovely. It's like painting a story.
Hmm.
I always
Isn't
see
that funny how
art.
we were just going to have lunch and meet up, and
Yeah.
here we are. Spare the moment. That's art.
That's right.
Oh, it's a real honour to have Cathy in
Oh,
Right.
my studio
Oh,
demonstrating
it's
this.
been an honour for me to be here.
Oh, awesome. Come
So
on.
nice to finally meet everybody.
I know. It's
I
unbelievable.
love,
We don't
I love
even.
that we can do that. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, even in the United States, when I've gone to other people's, traveling around and stuff like that, it's just so fun to meet other
Oh,
artists.
it's lifting. It's lifting.
Love it.
Okay, that's all right. Just blobbed it a bit there.
Boy, didn't even see it. That actually looked a little bit like a.
Is this tape?
Oh, yeah, it's just
Okay.
a tape.
And there's tape there.
Yeah,
No, I
actually,
like that because
Yeah.
that looks like a bit of a knot.
it's a bit gnarly. Yeah.
Gnarly. There you go.
It's a bit gnarly.
I like
Kathy might
it.
have to do some more handwork.
Yeah, I actually like the lightening at the end. Like that.
Yes.
So I probably will just a little bit go a little bit back with the light. And
Yeah,
well
bring
here.
it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, because you've got a bit of white there. That's brilliant. Actually, it's like a cream
Mm.
colour. No, that's
So it's
well,
just a
I
little
really didn't
cream.
imagine it like that. But I'm very, very visual. I've got to see it before.
So that's
That's-
just like, so, you know, you could just spray that if you wanted to with a gloss.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to put another layer of resin. But I probably will, because I might do a little bit more to it.
Yeah.
And I would actually like to use it as a centerpiece,
Yeah. It's lovely.
like to put something on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to do that, I need to have a better service. But if you were just
Protect
doing
it.
it as a painting, you could just you don't have to do anything over
Mhm.
top of it. Just a spray.
Lovely.
Pretty.
Okay?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so
So, like, happy.
Alive.
It's a happy. I was going to say alive. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
yeah.
Well, with the
Well
tree and
done.
the
So
leaves.
it's like a sunset, isn't it?
It is. It
And
is.
that's what I saw. It's,
Who would have thought?
the photograph didn't really show it. but
I
it actually-
even like that on
What's
that
that?
paper.
Yes, yes,
It
I do
just
too.
looks so
it
nice.
is
Look
nice.
at that. You can even stick that on something and just work around it.
Yeah, you could.
Brilliant.
You could glue that to a piece of board,
Yeah.
and actually keep working on that.
Brilliant. I love those
Some
colours.
layers
They're
of
kind
resin.
of like autumn
Yeah.
colours on there. That's
So
really.
the Viva colours, they mix really well with acrylic paint, just straight acrylic
Yeah.
paints. So that's what I love. I love to be able to mix paints together.
Yeah.
To get the colour I want. You know, I don't want to use something straight out of the tube. I
Yeah,
like
well,
to
that's
use
too
my-
easy, and you can't get every colour that you want.
No, well, you can't. Yeah, you think, oh, well, I'd like that to be a bit more blue, so
Mm.
you make it yourself.
Exactly.
And these are fabulous. I mean, I don't think I put any more.
You know
in
what I
these,
thought
but-
I would do with those? I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do like a tree's branches, and then those are the puffs of leaves, you know?
Oh yes, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be very nice. So what did you call this?
Mica flake.
Mica flake.
Those are used like in concrete flooring and stuff like that.
Oh, is it?
That they're putting epoxy down. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's why it's so in large pieces.
Mhm.
But you can break it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, they kind of
Really,
flake up.
yeah.
And there are some lots smaller in there.
Oh, I love it. I'll definitely use some of that.
Oh,
Mm.
lovely.
All right. I don't know how long it'll take. I've started with just a wooden round, and there's a few layers of gesso, which I painted by hand. I didn't roll it on, so you get a texture. Right. And then I've used the crackling paste,
I didn't bring any.
the
Oh, wait.
Viva crackling paste. It's fabulous. This is a white,
Wow,
and when
that looks amazing.
when I painted it on,
Here's one, but it's gold.
this one's gold, but I've used the white. They're all beautiful to use. And I put it on with a paddle pop stick, super thick, really thick. And then I drag the paddle pop stick through it, you know, white.
Right.
And then created that sort of wavy effect.
And that's before it cracks.
and then it cracks overnight. It'll crack as it's drying. So it's great paste because it's a one application. A lot of crackling paste require 1, 2, 3 layers.
Right.
Well, you can put another colour underneath if you want to, and put it on top. But I'm going to apply a colour into it. So I've got, this is the Viva Maya Gold, the blue. I've already got some over there. So I'm just going to spray this first. Make it a bit wet. And I'm just going to rub this on
So
here.
that was a wet paper towel?
Yep.
As well?
Because these are acrylic paints.
Yeah, they're acrylic, so it dries super fast. Gee, I need more. I'm going to have to put more on.
Wow. That's really cool.
Isn't
Because
it
it
cool?
really goes into the cracks.
Yeah. So you can drop like ink in, and it just goes into the cracks. So if you thin this down to the consistency of ink, it'll just bleed in. I've done that where I've just gone like that, and it just bleeds in
Wow.
right here.
Oh, yep, yeah, I can see that.
See it just,
Well, that one really spread that time.
Yeah, that's so
It just
cool.
bleeds.
Wow, watch it go. This is therapeutic, just
so
watching.
if you get the consistency of ink. And you know, you can put other colours into it. There's the gold. Is that the same
Mhm.
gold? Oh, that's the same gold.
Lovely, that change into that beautiful green there.
It's creating the green. I think that's different, isn't it? That's the gold. More gold. So I'm just creating like a, you know, ocean inspired, I guess.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, it's just an ocean inspired.
So
Just
that's
a
like
bit.
a wave
Yeah,
kind of.
just a wave. And then you could go even
It's lovely.
darker actually, because I know what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go really dark.
Oh, that's lovely. Look at that.
And you know, you can let things dry and then come back and do another layer and the other layer
Mm.
on top and then wipe back. And then you see what you put on first. So you can do it in multiple layers. So if you let it dry a bit.
No, that's why I usually end up with stuff flying everywhere. So wet
So
on
she's
dry
taking-
now,
she's
and there's
taking it off the
wow,
crackle
that
part,
is brilliant.
So it's
so
sitting.
that the white shows.
Yeah. So you can see the.
So you need it to be dry first, so it sticks onto.
Yeah, not completely
Stick it
dry.
down.
Otherwise, if it's
Okay.
too dry, you won't get it off.
Right. So, but that's so it stays into the cracks,
Yes.
and then take it off the top. That's
So this is the hills. I'm rubbing it off the hills, and it's sitting in the valleys.
rubbing it off the hills. Oh, it's so poetic, isn't it? No wonder she wrote a book.
So you can go really dark, and then you have darker in between as well. And you can go back and hand paint in those
Who would have
areas.
thought? Look at that. That's amazing. That is amazing. Within minutes of showing us that the crackle texture to this.
I don't know why I didn't bring any crackle. Because you told me you wanted structure.
That's all right. No, well, I
No.
knew I was going to do some.
No, Suzana said she wanted structure.
It's my fault.
I should have brought it.
So we're not. Well, it's just it takes. a long
That
time.
means you have to come back again.
You'd
and
have to.
bring
That's
it
right.
next time.
That's why I did it. Because I knew you wouldn't be able
Bring everything.
to do it in one go.
Yep. Oh, that's lovely.
You know, it's funny too because I've been telling people who are that totally work on beach scenes all the time and everything, and I keep telling them, you want to try the white,
Yeah.
you know, with the blues.
It's
It's
fantastic.
just something, you know.
So that's quite nice.
I think they go together.
Mm.
That looks nice. And
I
then-
mean, it doesn't always have to look like sand. You know what I mean?
No,
No.
that's right.
I mean, if you look at some of the coastal art that are in these beach homes and stuff like that, there's always a lot of white in them.
There's a real technical tool
Mm.
right there.
the toothbrush. Yep.
Hmm.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so what are we doing here?
So I'm just putting on colours.
This is the effect you got here.
Just try some.
Do you reckon that's dry already over there? Does it look dry?
close.
Okay.
Yep. I can go set it out in the sun if you want, just to make sure. What we do.
Nope.
Nope.
I do
There
quite
might
a
be
lot of
some
those.
thicker- After you want to put it in the sun for a little bit?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
Just a
good.
little.
Oh, this is the structure paste.
Right. Really beautiful and sparkly as well. And it's showing blue here, but it's really, would that be like a turquoise or,
Yeah, it's like
or
an
a
aqua.
light teal? Yeah.
Like an
yeah.
aqua.
Oh, look at it go.
Alright.
Oh, it's interesting. It kind of stains it and then leaves the bit of texture there, like a green. It's just when Cathy goes, I'm not sure what she...
That's nice. I'm just thinking,
Because can be,
No,
Oh.
good. That's nice. It's got a sort of
that's lovely. Very, very
sort of splashy
textured.
wave.
Yeah.
And that white that I had before.
We got some white going.
This is the paste. It's nice.
You like that?
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got to remember what I'm doing because I'm going to do a print thing over the top of this, so it needs to
Oh,
be
lovely.
good contrast. I need to have some of that
It already looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
same blue in it.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, it is. It's like sand.
Yeah. Remember I told you it's got like a grit to it.
Yeah. Does it? Do you have one that's like sand, like the colour of sand?
No, they
Is
didn't
it?
make that color.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
But you
It's
can
funny,
paint
yeah.
over it. You can paint over
You would
it.
think
You
that
can
would
paint
be
it,
the
yeah.
first one, the original.
Yeah, like the
And
sand.
then say, let's just create some with colour.
Yeah.
They did it the other way around.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Actually.
Oh, that is lovely.
Oh, is there another gritty one? No, that's it. Oh, no, there's the white. Or you could make it with the gold, mixing the gold together.
Just going, zooming in that.
Feel free to mix some of that with the gold.
Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I did.
That's the gritty stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mixed that. I mixed this one
Oh, okay.
in with the blue. That's nice. It's sparkly.
Oh, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
texture
lovely.
paste. Mm-hmm.
See, you know, I don't know if it's still wet.
What do we got here?
These are sparkles.
Oh, that is so cool.
It's still wet. So, I mean,
There you go.
you might have to spray it with something to make sure it sticks.
Would fixative work on this?
Yeah, yeah, I think just keep it in place.
Mm.
And then you could do a bit of resin or something over the top of it. Or just a gloss spray.
Wow, that is
Because
really,
that's wet.
really cool. Because so that's not glitter, is
That's
it?
fairy dust glass glitter.
It's glass. I thought it was something like that.
So, you could actually use the white. The white? Where I put it? This one left. Oh,
White.
This one. I wonder if you can mix it in with it.
Try it, Cathy Lane.
She is very confident.
Just mix it in.
Bit of this, bit of that, kind of like the way I cook.
So you can mix it in. And that might help it to stick a bit more with that.
Or you can even just let it sit there and we can spray some.
Spray on it, yeah.
But that's the other stuff's already dried, you can tell.
Yeah, it's
It's
dry.
changed colour a little bit.
Yeah. That blue is lovely, isn't it?
That's very nice, yeah.
That's the turquoise with, and I think it's got silver in it.
So you could do actually a really nice beach painting with this.
You got some down at the crack line.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, you could do a nice beach painting with the waves, the surf.
So do you sometimes, like in when doing something like this, have an idea of what you're going to do and then completely, like, do something completely different?
Oh, yes.
Kind of came over with the water.
Yes. Sometimes I will have a plan and it'll goes to plan. And
Yeah.
usually it does. I have even actually do sketches. I'll do sketches and thumbnail sketches. And I'll be inspired usually by something I've seen or a photograph I've taken.
Right.
And then I'll have an idea, like a concept. I want to say something in the work that I'm doing. But these are purely experimental.
Yeah.
So these are experimental pieces for larger works that I have in mind. So.
And this is the first time that you're trying these pastes.
And I want to use them, so I want to understand how to use them first.
Right.
So I won't start with a new product on a painting
Right.
because I want to know how it behaves with the other paint that I use. So it's like cooking.
Mm.
You know, I'm trying to see whether that works or that doesn't work, or
Which spice?
What flavours work together?
yes, which spice to use, yeah. And so that I feel confident when I do come to doing my actual painting. I know exactly how they behave.
Right.
Well,
Did you want to try it?
it still is open to, yeah.
I don't know.
It's still open to chance, especially resin. Resin is very much open to chance, which I love about it, which is one of the things I love about resin, but it's, but I do know to a certain extent what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, if I start to get too fanatical that this is not, I'm losing control, and I go, well, what the hell? I probably shouldn't say that. And I just go with it. And I think, well, sometimes, quite often, I will discover something along the way.
Yeah.
And that's really, really valuable.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's exciting.
That's why, I go, I'll do something. When I did the resin wave, and I could see how everything moved, and I went, like it was like an epiphany. I went, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Now I can understand how they pull together and move.
Yeah.
And what happens. And so that's when you discover things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, what do you got in your hands
so
there?
these are stamps. Aren't they fabulous?
They're for ceramics, but
They're great.
I'm sure you could use them with structure paste or paint.
Yeah.
We'll just wipe them off afterwards.
Paint, you probably need a paint. Structure paint might get clog, but just paint. Like that'd be nice. Actually, I'll put some of this paint.
Here's a napkin if you want to dab any out or
Yep.
test it out.
I think it would be.
I know you like your swirls.
Yes, I do.
Your coils, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do just see.
Oh, you did?
See what one looks like. Nice.
I like it. I actually like it like that in
Half.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. This.
Wow.
That's good.
Another one. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Some
So
of them
you
are.
could do like a white one in between.
Yes.
Don't have any white paint.
I've got white paint.
We use a white paint. I'll just make it look. That's all right.
That's really cool. I like that.
Oh, not so good. That's still alright.
Yeah,
That's all right.
That's
it's
nice.
perfect
Maybe
anyway.
it's the
That would do.
the grains underneath.
Nice. And you know, like this stencil that I cut. Maybe some of those there. Those there? I don't know. Or that other one, other stencil.
So what are those meant to be?
The one I
Is
just
that like
washed?
fish?
Yeah.
Is that oh,
They're
okay.
just like leaves.
The one I just.
Oh, leaves, sorry.
I was thinking leaves. Just sort of leaves.
And what are you going to do to it? Just spray it
So
to
we're going to
seal?
spray
right.
it to seal it, and then do a layer of resin, and we might use some of these beautiful blue rocks.
Yep. They're actually glass.
Glass, yeah. Glass.
Crushed glass.
There's glass in it. And
Lovely.
not sure where I'll put them. So this will be a centerpiece.
Using something of mine. I'm so excited.
This will be like a centerpiece. You know, this will
Yeah.
be for a table. So
Very nice.
I would put some resin over the top. And
I absolutely love that because I love the way that,
right
where's my
inside.
finger? That turned out right there.
Mm. So that even if that sits out a little bit of the resin, it's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be fine because it'll have some resin over the top.
Right.
So I did a tray, and you know I just say to the person I gave it to, just wipe it.
Yep.
Don't immerse it in water.
The one time that last piece that I did, I noticed that with the crackle, I did get some like air bubbles that came up from the crackle. So I put a second layer over it.
All right. Did you? Yeah.
But I mean, you still have a texture, but I did a second layer. Just.
Oh, okay. And that worked?
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah.
Does it depend on how
I
deep the
taped
crackle
sides
is?
and then pulled the tape off and let it flow over.
It depends how thick you put it on.
I see.
And I put it on super thick, like I'm putting on big. Like
Yeah, yeah.
big
I
dabs
can
like
imagine that does look.
like really thick. Yeah, with the gold. Yeah, that's nice.
I think you could have both colors in
Yeah,
here
you could.
because you do.
Yeah, you could to
Yeah,
pick
you
up
got
that
rid of
other
that now.
colour there.
That's
But yeah, I
lovely.
put like really big dobs like that. and
Yeah.
Spread it all over it, and then when I dragged the paddle pop stick through it,
Mhm.
I mean I wasn't going to waste any, so I picked
No.
it up and put it back in the container,
Good on you.
so I could keep all the bits, you know. And it ended up being less that I used,
Yes.
and so then you get that texture. I mean, you can do swirls, you can do a whole pattern just by doing. You have to do it work quickly.
That's
'cause it
yeah.
starts to dry.
So it's good if you have a sort of idea, but this is great because
Yeah.
it's not just flat with the crackle. It's actually got a design, and you can do all kinds of. So you can do a round one and do the like these little circles.
Yeah,
Kathy, feel free to
Same
take some
thing.
loose too if you want
yeah.
to play with them.
Alrighty, so we'll probably wrap it up here.
Okay.
And then she's
And,
gonna
uh,
help me. She's gonna
yeah.
help me do a.
Just then. So, anyways, we'll say goodbye now, and thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, Kathy.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
A quick shot of these, and hold on a second. Let's go like that, and I'll come around.
I'm staying here holding my boyfriend.
I thought, yeah, she's sharing her boyfriend. Here we go. We'll go that way, babe.
You started? No, you don't.
Here we go. Where you going?
Oh, sorry. Turn,
Oh, you're gonna move it.
turn a bit that way. There you
Oh
go.
yeah. That's cleverer, not smarter. All right, here we
Is it
go
recording?
in my studio. We got Cathy Lane, woohoo! We got Laura,
traveling artist.
woohoo, the traveling artist, and we've got Don Julio, and
She's forcing us to drink it.
yeah, there's a gun around here. I'm hiding it, but anyway. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. All at once. It's nice.
So you just don't want to breathe
Well,
out.
when you sip it,
I
it's
found-
nicer.
You sip it. Well,
It's
you
a
have to
sipping
sip it.
tequila.
I thought we were supposed to do a shot.
It's a sipping tequila.
Well, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. We thoroughly enjoyed Cathy's company. It was very educational and amazing. She's such a down-to-earth person. So have fun watching, having a look at these shots that we've got here. We were getting a little bit silly. We just had a really fun day. So anybody who would like to order Lorez products, you can go on my website, lorez.com, or Laura's Art Corner. If you look at the description box, you will find her link, so you can go If you're in the States, you can order directly from her. Bye for now.
Oh.